Wolff slams Ferrari for Hamilton offer. Hamilton's future is in big doubt since it has never taken him this much to sign a new contract, as rumours emerge left and right about his next team. So recently, Toto Wolff took to the media to absolutely slam one of the biggest Mercedes rivals interested for him, in a move which may prove to be a substantial one, as it might close at least one door for the British champion. What will this mean for him and for his future in Mercedes? Join us as we take a look at the latest rumours concerning Hamilton and Mercedes. Hamilton is in the final stretch of his contract with Mercedes, a team that has helped him secure 6 World Championship titles since his start with them in 2013. However, 2023 marks the second consecutive year of Mercedes experiencing challenges in producing a championship-grade vehicle, and despite these struggles, Hamilton has verbally expressed his continued dedication to the team, although he hasn't officially extended his contract yet. The communication seems to be grounded, even though the specifics haven't been confirmed, and it's possible someone may have strategically leaked this information amidst sensitive negotiations with Toto Wolff. Wolff has openly acknowledged the complexity of some contract details, but reaffirms his belief that Lewis will ultimately sign on. On his part, Hamilton has consistently expressed his desire to remain with Mercedes this year, but is also keen on securing a 2-year contract renewal on the most favourable financial terms. This negotiating dance between Lewis and Toto, who are friends in life, partners in racing, and yet uncompromising negotiators when it comes to contract discussions, is nothing new. A similar situation arose in 2019, when even then Elkann's influence surfaced. He had covertly met with Hamilton twice to persuade him to switch to Maranello. Ultimately, however, Lewis decided to stay with Mercedes, finalizing an agreement at the 11th hour at the beginning of 2020, and only for the current season. With 7 World Championships under his belt, Hamilton is keenly set on securing an 8th title, which would put him ahead of Michael Schumacher. But will he be able to achieve this goal with the same team that turned Schumacher into a legend? According to Mail Sport, Ferrari is planning to propose a contract to Hamilton believed to be worth around £40 million, hoping to lure him away from Brackley to Maranello, with the push being led by Ferrari's president Elkann. Toto Wolff had some very interesting comments on this, which we'll get to later on in the video. The story further states that if Hamilton agrees to sign, sources from the UK and Italy suggest Ferrari would aim to partner him with Charles Leclerc, which would mean Carlos Sainz, who recently dismissed rumours connecting him with the Audi project, would have to search for a new team. Alternatively, a swap deal could be in the works, where Leclerc would replace Hamilton at Mercedes. However, it's suggested that Mercedes is fully prepared to financially match Ferrari's efforts to retain Hamilton. This begs the question, are Ferrari ready for Hamilton, or better yet, are they a strong bet for Hamilton's ultimate goal? Despite the recent trials and tribulations that Mercedes has been facing, the bond between Hamilton and his team remains unshaken, a fact that he's emphasized amidst all the speculations about his future. We must remember that Hamilton is not averse to making difficult decisions if he feels they're necessary, as evidenced by his surprising shift from McLaren to Mercedes. Given how beneficial that move turned out to be, he might feel brave to make a similar risky maneuver if he believes it could pay off. However, would moving to Ferrari really bolster his chances of clinching his 8th title? Presently, neither Ferrari nor Mercedes pose a significant challenge to Red Bull. Moreover, there's little indication that Ferrari is likely to surpass Mercedes as Red Bull's next competitor, given the Scuderia's ongoing struggles with tyre management, which have been proving detrimental on race days. Leclerc, who's eager for title challenges, finds himself in a situation where his ambitions aren't being met. As such, it appears that a switch to Mercedes could be an optimal escape route for the Monegasque driver, who has also been rumoured to be considering such a move. Thus, Hamilton's potential move to Ferrari might just provide a change in environment at best, and certainly not a superior platform for his quest for the 8th title. If Hamilton is as dedicated and content with Mercedes as he professes, it's hard to envisage why he would choose to make such a change. Toto Wolff, however, swiftly denied these rumours, saying that none of them are true. These rumours come up every 2 years when we have to sign a new contract, he told OE24. But none of this is true. We discuss normally without any time pressure. But while time and friendship isn't at stake, the Austrian conceded yet again it's not nice talking money with friends, but later added, "I'm firmly convinced that we'll find each other. There's not a millimeter of doubt for me. I can't imagine anything else. If we give Lewis a competitive car, he will win for a long time. Look at Tom Brady, what he was still capable of in his 40s. Hamilton himself has said he'd be happy to race into his 50s and do so with Mercedes. Calling the Brackley squad home, he recently told The Independent, "You can never say never. There are people out there like Tom Brady who retired age 45. There are different ways you can train, how you can eat, and your focus. The technology in our bodies is shifting, and it is just about the mentality and whether or not you still have the drive to sacrifice the same as you did when you first started. And I do. I cannot speak for Fernando Alonso, but I'm hoping for more great fights with him moving forward." The Hamilton rumours are coming at a very weird time for Leclerc, who is struggling with this year's car and has a contract which runs out next season. From Ferrari's point of view, signing Lewis could rejuvenate the legacy of world champions flocking to Maranello and distract them from their currently disappointing period in terms of F1 performance. Additionally, there's a strategic angle tied to Ferrari's ongoing contract renewal negotiations with Charles Leclerc, and these discussions are currently in a standstill, given Leclerc's reservations about the car's performance looking ahead. The fact that the team has approached Hamilton could apply pressure on Leclerc, while simultaneously Ferrari must secure its position should Charles decide not to extend his contract past 2024 by bringing in a top-tier driver, and who better than Hamilton? The seven-time world champion, if he decides to sign, would team up with Leclerc in 2024, replacing Carlos Sainz, who would need to secure a new seat. Leclerc intends to honor his current contract and is seen as indispensable by Elkann, who has assured him of a long-term renewal with the prospect of being the team's leading driver on the track, while faith in Sainz is less pronounced. The fact that both Ferrari drivers still have a year left on their contracts adds complexity to the potential Hamilton deal. However, Ferrari can't afford to wait, as 38-year-old Lewis is entering the final stages of his career. Undoubtedly, having a teammate like Hamilton would both stimulate and unsettle Leclerc, considering the disparity in their pay scales, with Leclerc earning $20 million per year. From Hamilton's perspective, why should he entertain Ferrari's proposal? The answer lies in the irresistible allure that the iconic red car has historically held for all drivers. Someone who has achieved more victories than anyone else in F1, driving McLarens and Mercedes, might be tempted to complete his journey by racing with Ferrari. At present, the prospect of winning seems unattainable if you are not driving a Red Bull, thus undertaking an improbable challenge driven merely by the desire for novel experiences would make little difference. Certainly, he would be leaving the familiar environment of Brackley, where he feels at home, and esteemed engineers like James Allison, to plunge into the unfamiliar and currently tense atmosphere at Ferrari. Will this happen? Unfortunately, I think it's highly unlikely. And even if it does happen, Mercedes could always rely on the proven talent of George Russell for the future. Meanwhile, Elkann has made his move, having unsuccessfully sought Red Bull's top engineers, beginning with technical director Pierre Wash, whom he personally approached. These speculations about Hamilton and the prancing horse might energize a world championship currently overshadowed by the supremacy of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez over the rest of the cars. However, regardless of the fans' wishes, even the best of Lewis may not be enough for Ferrari to secure a win in the current state of affairs. At this point of time, even a miracle could prove to be a small feat to bring Red Bull down from the top, even if that miracle is Lewis Hamilton dressed in red overalls. What do you think? Will Hamilton leave Mercedes or stay till the end of his career? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time.